three types of women. I don't know if anybody's saying king talk, but ladies, just because you get hurt by a man, please don't hurt yourself even more by trying to do exactly what a man is doing to get even with him. It won't work that way. And if you get pregnant with a oops baby, it just won't work that way. I would not advise no woman to do that.
Well, let me just clarify. I said two can play that game, meaning like now you have taken me from being a committed woman to you, adding value to your life, to now I'm adding value to another person's life. Now I'm
That's
gone.
fair. That's fair. That's a great way to handle it.
I'm stepped out. And if you want to be poly, then guess what? You really don't want to be poly with me because come on. Like, I really can have a whole team.
I appreciate your honesty.
So, like I'm saying, don't play those games with me. You don't want to come talking about open relationship poly with me, because I'm going to make business moves. Me and my man going to be we're going to be doing things, and you're going to be laying in the bed in a harem. That's why you're doing it. I'm doing it to optimize each other's lives, and you're doing it to have a climax. So that's the difference.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Trev, and then we'll go to Precious. You speak on it yet? You did? Okay, we'll go to Andrea. Go ahead, Trev.
Yeah. So, fun fact, I've done videos on this. There is new data that shows that women have been cheating more and more lately, even surpassing men's rates, and it's for sex generally. All right, so, but either way, that's debatable because there are different studies that show different things. But to get back into the topic at hand, I think the major problem that we're having is this gentleman in the video is conflating trust with privacy. Now, those are two different things. So you could have trust with someone and still want to be private. There's certain things that I like to do by myself, right? If I go poo-poo, I'm going by myself. I will still close the door. I don't feel comfortable. I feel vulnerable. And maybe I could think it's funny for that. And that's fine. But I like to do that by myself. And it doesn't mean that I trust you less. But no, there are some intimate conversations that you have in your phone. I have confidentiality agreements in my phone. No one is supposed to know that. You have NDAs in your phone. No one's supposed to know that. If I have relatives that have medical issues that maybe they shared in confidence, no one else is supposed to know that, right? And that's the trust. You're betraying someone else's trust when you involve somebody else in your phone. You have to understand that our phone is an extension of us at this point. It's a lifeline. People write their diaries inside there. At some point, you need a little bit of space, and it doesn't mean that you don't trust the person. It's just like certain things you shouldn't see. There's certain things that I just don't want to see because I respect your privacy. There's nothing wrong with privacy. We come together as a unit, but we are still individuals at the end of the day. We need our space. We need something that is ours. We don't have to share everything. And it doesn't mean that I don't trust you just because I give you your space to do your own thing. It's just certain things you just don't have to be involved in. We don't have to be up each other's behind. We don't have to have every single thing together. That's just my stance on it.
Can I say something real quick?
Hey, Troy, we got a fan in the chat, man. Take care.
I just want to tell Sweeney he lied. I looked up the statistic. It says 20% of men and 13%, that's almost half of women admitted to engaging in cheating. Okay?
Again, there's a lot of studies on that. We could all bring some up.
Yeah, I think you pulled up the ifstudies.org. Yeah, that's the one I'm reading right now.
Let's also add that these are self-reported. So
I know, but I'm saying the first statistic came from the top of his dome.
So Ali,
damn thing.
Can both of y'all be right, or can both of y'all be wrong?
There are multiple studies. I read a study also.
You ain't read nothing, bro.
Yes, I did.
But can one person be right and other person be right also?
Be saying something stick. Just trying to see it stick.
Ali, can two people be right? Is that okay in your world? Because the thing about it is y'all both Google two different studies. Both of them could be wrong.
I'm an accountant so
how common is cheating really? Cheating in dating relationships is statistically more likely than cheating in marriages. In heterosexual marriages, 23% of men and 20% of women report engaging in extra partner sexual intercourse at some point. That's a different study.
Yeah, probably 100 people. I'm going off statistics. I'm going off a broader.
You just pulled. All you did was Google it and pull the first study that popped up, just like I did.
Okay, and
then you scroll down 5 other studies. There's 5 other
studies.
You don't even know the controls of it because you probably just read the abstract. You read the same thing I read. Come on,
exactly. Now. You didn't read you said 23, 24. You can't read.
Ali, watch this.
And I just read when I said that.
Remember, I said women look for confirmation, and then they're not going to stop until they see the confirmation. Because why? They always want to be right. It's an insatiable.
No, it's because I read it.
Well, if you're going to go with that, confirmation bias is absolutely a thing, but it's not a woman thing. I do agree with what you said, but it's not a woman thing.
Also,
confirmation bias is a people
men
thing.
do it too.
Hold on.
It goes deeper when it comes to the need to be right. Ali wanted to be right in this situation.
I didn't want to be right.
I came in and said, "Can both of y'all be right?" And she said, "No."
Mr. Lego, actually,
a man can be okay with being wrong.
Hold on, Mr. Lego. They can't hear us, y'all. One at a time.
Let me go ahead and let him know that I don't want to be right.
You want to be right. You want to look it up if you ain't want to be right.
Ali,
Mr. Lego, I don't want to be right.
One at a time, y'all. They cannot hear us. They cannot hear us.
Ali.
And is Nola is Ali acting like a child?
Come on, bro.
I don't know her, and I don't know what she wants. I don't know if she wants.
The red light is on. The red light.
Trying to prove a point. I don't know.
We get the red light on. Hold on.
You seem to know her better than I do.
I'm just saying.
He doesn't. He's stereotyping me.
To Mr. Lego's point, we both can be right. The study that me and her read that initially was talking about people that were married. That was a control study for married couples. However, the one that I read is a control study for everyone. That includes all relationship types.
What's the
website? Choosingtherapy.com.
We can move on.
Again, still talking about married couples. It's not talking about people in general.
Hold on, y'all. Put it in the back chat. Let me get to Andrea so we move on to the next topic. Go ahead, Andrea.
Learn from this, Ali.
Okay, so I feel like okay, first of all, let me just answer the question. Yes, so can somebody mute? I feel like I hear like a feedback or something like that. If they knock, thank you. So I agree with Trev on this one because I was gonna bring up the point about privacy as well, because it is like encroaching upon boundaries if you are encroaching upon my privacy. So let me just say that. But like as to the statistics when it comes to cheating, I think that like y'all just told her to look at the statistics, and we asked him for the article where he was getting the information from, and he told her to Google it. So now that she Googled it, it's now still a problem. Like I don't
have a problem with her Googling it. I even confirmed that what
you said that I wanted to be right.
I didn't say that. Mr.
Let's let her get a point out.
Let's
let her get a full point out. Let's let her get a full point out.
You do want to be right.
You're accusing me of something. I didn't do that. That was Mr. Lego. Get on his ass.
All I'm saying is, I feel like when we be like, okay, I just, the only thing I had to say was I think it was like a boundary and privacy thing when it comes to the texting. So I completely agree with that, and I'm gonna land there.
So Nola, this kind of like what we do. We just be talking shit. They are Andrea and Ali. I call them Love and Hip Hop, and they spend all night going off on men, right? And hold the men down. So yeah, there's a certain amount of bias, but from a show standpoint, we're just having fun, you know.
Oh, I didn't realize we were debating genders. You should have told me that.
It isn't, but it is.
We're the only race of people that
Love
are
and hip hop is
arguing.
always going to be on the woman's side.
I'm not good at sticking to sides.
Do you? I'm just saying what's going on the show when you're like, yo, what is going on? It's part of the having fun on the show. We just
we're having fun.
Yeah, we just talking shit overall.
If you tell me to shut up and sit down, I'm not having fun all of a sudden.
And he told me to shut up how many times?
If everybody is going crazy on the show and JR is like, hey, I'm gonna at some point tell everybody to shut up.
No, he was telling you to shut up, and then I was talking, and you just told me to shut up for no reason.
Who told me what?
All right, y'all. We gotta move on.
I didn't get to answer the question.
Oh, you didn't? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Nola.
That's okay. When I first read the question, it didn't even occur to me that, going through the phone was about like searching for something. I just thought that meant access automatically. I just thought, oh, we can use each other's phones, right? But after hearing what everybody said, I understand that it's searching through the phone and looking for something. That's what the question is?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's not okay. And you know, obviously that's a malicious thing. I'm invading your privacy. But in my relationship, we have access to each other's phones. He always has my location. It's shared with him 24/7 because I go running a lot. I go walking by myself a lot, and my neighborhood is super quiet and desolate. So it's always important for me, for him to always know where I'm at. And some people in my family are like, he has your location. He could just roll up on you whenever he wants to. But that's not the vibe in our relationship. We do have access, but like Trev said, the privacy is a huge aspect, and it goes into the realm of respect all of a sudden, right? Do I respect your space? Do I respect your boundaries? Do I respect that you have a life? And the fact that you mentioned there's stuff about family in there, there's sensitive information. This is not just about you going through my phone to see if I'm cheating. What are you looking for? Are you reading my private conversations with my cousins? Are you looking at people's information that they would not necessarily want to share with you? That's a whole different thing. But yeah, I think access is important. In the case of an emergency and somebody needs to go into your phone, they don't have your password, your life might depend on it. You know what I mean? So I think access is good, but I also think I've noticed that a lot of people have said, if I have to go through your phone, or if there's a trust thing, then we shouldn't be together. And I don't know if relationships are that black and white. Like, oh, we have this trust thing, this means we have to break up. Is it really like that? Or do you probably run into this little snag that you could work your way through and get to the other side of it? Because I will tell you that I have been in situations with my ex where things were looking really crazy, and I asked questions, direct questions. I got a denial, and I went through the phone and I got an answer.
Did you
Did you
leave?
leave?
Eventually, but not because of the
Oh
phone.
my God, you didn't leave. This is shit I'm talking about.
What are you talking about? Because I literally just said that it's not that black and white. People have gone through hell and have stayed together. I don't think you necessarily have to break up with people over every infraction, especially if it's something that's not a repetitive habit. We go through things.
Was there a
People work
purpose of
through
going through the
things.
phone then?
Was that?
Was there a purpose of actually going through his phone to catch him in a lie?
The purpose is not always to end a relationship. Sometimes you just want confirmation for whatever reason. And I think we,
like I said, right? Like I said, right?
I said that already too.
Okay.
This is my second time saying that I suspected something.
Okay.
And I wanted an answer, and I got the answer, and we figured it out. But we didn't break up because, hey, there's this thing that I found out. You know, people have made babies outside of relationships. There's at least one person tuned in here who has a sibling from an outside relationship. You know, things can get dysfunctional at times, but every infraction isn't a breakup.